Hi there, everyone. This is Mark Plunkett, the pastor of Heritage Presbyterian Church, and this is our weekly devotional for the week of May the 23rd, 2022. Now, let's talk about rules, right? If we don't have rules, we don't have laws, things like that, then we would have utter chaos. Everybody could do whatever they wanted to. Now, some foolish people say, well, that's freedom. I just want to be free. Well, you can't be free to do anything you want. That's ridiculous. Now, there's also rules in religion. And in the days of Jesus, the religious authorities, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, the Sanhedrin, the teachers of the law, the elders, they were in charge of religion for the people. And they believed very, very strictly that you had to follow all the rules in Scripture exactly. That if they did that, God would be merciful upon them. And if they did not follow those rules, if they did not do every single thing, every little bitty thing that it said in Scripture, then God would not be pleased with them. At the time, they were occupied by the Romans, and the Romans weren't exactly a friendly neighbor. And so you can understand why they might think this way, why they might think God isn't going to love us anymore if we don't get back to what we're supposed to be doing. Makes a certain amount of sense. One of the rules, and it's in the Ten Commandments, and I've got it right up there above my desk as a matter of fact, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. Now, in the days of Jesus, the way that they interpreted this, and some people interpret it this way today, on the Sabbath day, you don't do anything except worship God. That's it. You don't ride on an animal. Today, you wouldn't ride in a car. You don't cook. You don't clean. You don't do anything, not a single thing that could be described as work. Now, here's the problem. What if, let's say you were a farmer and your best work animal, let's say your very best mule, for example, fell in a ditch. Now, to get that mule out of that ditch, you're going to have to do some work. But if you leave the mule in there, he might die. He might break his leg. So what do? Well, they had some rules to be able to get around that, all right? I've actually heard it called donkey in the ditch rules. So basically it said, if you had something like that going on, then go take care of it, and then get back to honoring God, not working, honoring the Sabbath like you're supposed to. Well, once upon a time, Jesus was in a place called the Pool of Siloam, and there was a man lying next to it who was paralyzed. He couldn't walk. And the belief was that if you got in the pool at just the right time when it was stirring itself up, that you could be healed. The problem was, because he was paralyzed, he couldn't get in there. And it was crowded. Other people wanted to get in there too and also be cured of whatever was wrong with them. And Jesus said to him, do you want to get in the pool? And the man said, I do, but I don't have anyone to help me. So instead of putting him in the water, Jesus said, take up your mat, stand up. You're healed. And he was. He was healed. And so he took his mat and he rolled it up and he put it under his arm and he went to leave the area. Where the religious authorities stopped him and said, hey, you're carrying your mat. That's work. You're not supposed to do that. And he told them, the man who healed me told me to take up my mat and go. And that's all I'm doing. And they really got after him because all he did was pick up his mat, roll it up, put it under his arm, and leave, just like Jesus told him to. Then they found out Jesus did all this, and then it was like, oh my God, Jesus, you can't heal people on the Sabbath. And Jesus was like, why can't I heal people on the Sabbath? Why can't God's work happen every day of the week? God did not create the Sabbath so that we could do these foolish things like not serve one another. The Sabbath was not created for that. Sabbath was created to give us rest. Well, in Jesus healing this man, he actually gave this man rest. And would you call that work? Jesus healing someone, would you call that work? I don't know about that. I think I'd just call it a healing. Would I call it work? I don't know. Would I call it something that should not be done on the Sabbath day? Oh, I don't think I'd go that far. I think that there are surgeons and doctors and even dentists and physical therapists that work on the Sabbath day to help people who are badly hurt or badly injured. Now, I think they should take a day off. But what if there's an emergency surgery? Should they not operate? because that would be work. See what I mean? There's those rules where you have to kind of work around things sometimes. But I'm going to go with what Jesus did. Helping people, serving God on the Sabbath, I think is okay. What do you think? Think about it, folks. Amen.